crown me. You crown me.
Hi
Hi
guys,
guys,
welcome
back.
to
Welcome back to Happily Ever After,
correct.
episode 18.
Oh,
Yeah,
please remember to like, subscribe, share, because funny enough, last week's episode did so great.
we didn't even advertise it, so shout out to everybody that's been
Thank
supporting,
you guys.
who's been watching and following us every week.
Correct.
Yeah,
And I just think it was more of like a sharing thing.
I don't know,
Because
whatever
we
it
don't have
was,
that many subscribers.
whatever it is, shout out.
Shout out, guys. Shout out.
To the regulars, we saw shout out. Tato Mulo shout out. Chucky shout out. Who else?
You're mentioning
Yeah,
names.
because they're the ones.
Iko,
Sipo.
Yamkela,
Sipo.
Oza.
Shout out. But yeah.
Revelations. The revelation.
It's real.
Prophetess revelation.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Shout out, fam.
Yeah. So let's get to it. This week's
Episode.
Oh, by the way, so there was a thing today. We're in the balcony. There was a thing that we used to have with another couple, family slash couple.
Balcony sessions.
Yeah, we used to call it balcony sessions.
We used to have nice balcony
Yeah,
sessions.
like it was deep combos and
the deep conversations.
So I think we're trying to bring that in as well. But yeah, what's this week's topic?
Firstly, disclaimer, we're tired. We've had another wedding that we needed to go to. Good one. So,
So literally today we're recording, editing, and we're gonna release today. So it is, what is it?
Well done.
November 3rd.
Yes. Yes, it is November 3rd.
Okay.
So guys, today we wanted to talk about I mentioned the topic. I said to you, let's talk about like the right decision. How do you know that decision is right for our family?
Oh, what's the best decision for the family? Oh, okay, cool.
But how do we know that's the best decision? Do you know what I mean? Like decision making with couples kind of a situation. So we briefly had this conversation. I'm going to put it very lightly. We now have a little bit of money. Who's to say that if I want bread and you like, no, let's buy paint? Do you get where I'm coming from? A little bit of money. And I'm like, let's do groceries. We're not OT. Must take paint. How do we know what's then right? Because I think a whole lot of couples dissect at that point in time. If I agree to the paint thing, I'm now calling my family going, oh, your priorities aren't intact. Do you get where I'm coming from? But like, who's to say that your priorities aren't intact? You thought there's a crack in the wall, let's buy paint.
Let's fix it.
And I'm like, let's feed the kids or let's feed the family. Because I need to, as a woman, obviously, I would get uncomfortable if there's no groceries.
I think with that one, it's communication, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about it and stuff like that. But I think with this topic, when we initially were discussing it, I thought it was like the careers, for example.
Correct.
When it comes to...
I was about to get there.
You wanted to start small and big. No, man, like
it's a build-up.
The smaller one is obviously a communication thing.
Yeah.
Like, look, dude, let's talk. Let's align. And I think that's always a key thing to sit down and say, look, there's a bit of cash. I was thinking of doing 1, 2, 3. And the other person needs to state their reasons. You think you're 1, 2, 3. And I think at some point, obviously, somebody's going to compromise.
Yeah.
Because it then
your initial thought won't come to fruition. Okay,
yeah, so initially you might be going, let me focus on groceries. You know what I mean? And then
but if you end up buying the paint,
it's like, and then you find that, okay, fine, I'll go ahead with the paint, but then you angry at me for the groceries.
Correct.
Or resent me for the groceries.
Correct.
So there's a number of things to look at in the situation. But yeah, you wanted to go into the career part because obviously, like as we're saying now, this is a bit on the smaller scale. but it does affect your decision making in the bigger one, and that's what is kind of key there.
I'll tell you why I'm bringing it to the smaller scale.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, love the fact that you said if we're not aligned,
Yeah.
we're not going to be aligned for the bigger things.
Of course.
AKA, so now we're sharing, we're airing out our dirty laundry.
I can imagine.
Recently,
Okay, yeah.
we came across the situation where I was given an offer.
Yeah.
For work. I have not been in the office for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get where I'm coming from? I work from home.
Like the 9 to 5
Correct.
thing for the year.
I work from home. We've been focusing on our businesses. That's where I've been at. I then recently got an offer. And then I think very quickly we started seeing, this thing is not going to work for us.
Yeah, you kind of, at first you sit down and you looked at it and said, what we looked at, I came from a point of, okay, cool, it will bring an extra something.
Yes,
you know
but that's what we initially thought. We were like,
but
a
as
little
time
bit of income.
goes, the riding costs, you now look at it like,
Thank you, sir. We were now driving.
Up to the up and down.
Getting stuck in traffic.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo, we hadn't experienced that in a while.
Actually, my pickup struggle. I think it's just affected the entire routine.
It just started getting uncomfortable. Let's tell the truth.
Yeah. So
just started getting uncomfortable.
So then it hit us, and it's like, okay, well, in other cases, and I think I made a joke going, what if I was to take like a job away? You know, how would that affect? And I think we discussed and like, why would you do that? How does the relationship look like after that period away?
Correct.
So, and I think that's why we brought up this topic. How do you know what is that best decision to make
for your family?
Yeah, not individually.
Please, I need to point that out, hey?
Yeah.
For your family, because if you're going to look on somebody else's fence, then we've got a problem. Do you get where I'm coming from? Something else might work for somebody else.
Yeah.
But what works for us?
Mm.
You, me, our children, and also at the stage where we're at, kind of a situation.
Yeah.
So I think the one thing that I always love to stress is never to compare ourselves to other couples.
Yes.
Never, ever don't do that. And yeah, decisions, alignment. Today we're aligning about the fact that it was a very uncomfortable situation. But when it started,
yeah, you were like already, I'm not too sure about this, and I was like,
correct.
Hey, go get that paper, man.
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
But as time goes, you know, you look at it, you assess it, and you go, okay, it's not working. We got to switch it up. But how many people find themselves, or couples find themselves in such situations where it is, I think one of the things that actually took me is relocating. Like, would you be up for it right now?
Where are we going?
Or let me say me relocating.
On your own?
Yeah.
No.
But it's to
I'm
make
being very honest.
It's to make money for the, you know, the money's good, it makes sense.
But do you understand? I need to be, we got to a place where we were like, is money really enough?
Okay, so
for our family structure, and what we are building.
True.
Relocate to where?
Let's say what's fun?
Are you like on a cruise ship or something?
Yeah, cruise ships. Like those guys are gone for what, like 3 to 5 months, 6 months, 6 months at a time. You know, like I'm gonna go to cruise ship. It's good money. Come back.
No money is worth it. Okay. For me, no money is worth it. I'm so sorry, brother.
But now, how do we get to that decision? You know what I mean? Like, what if I really want to go?
I think
that's something I really want to experience.
I think now I'm learning that we need to speak.
We speak about it.
We need to communicate. Couples are tapping out too quickly without the conversation. We're assuming, do you get where I'm coming from? If it's really a burning topic, bring it up. But the thing is, you've already talked yourself out of talking to me in your mind. You're like, I know what she's going to say. Then you don't say it.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of times men do that. Then you don't say it.
But I'm trying to think about it. It's okay.
Let's have a conundrum together, please, Mala.
It's a conversation.
Correct. But the thing is, I am now.
What if you're not seeing like my reasons for wanting to go there?
Playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, of course. I gotta always play devil's advocate.
You said it earlier. There has to be a compromise.
But now who's compromising? What if I'm not willing to compromise?
I'm saying when the conversation starts,
yeah,
either one of us has to just realize when the other person starts stating their facts, because it's their facts.
Yeah.
You can't deny them of that. And you start stating yours. One of you guys needs to understand, okay, I'm probably going to lose my initial thought, or my initial dream, or my initial wish.
I feel like this conversation is going back to compromise.
Yeah.
Because essentially...
And deal breakers.
No. Besides the deal breaker, I think it goes back to more compromise. Like, what are you willing to put aside for the next person, kind of thing?
I think the second we start realizing that we're on the same team, I don't win if you don't win.
Okay.
That's the truth of the matter. We're on the same team. So the second this conversation starts happening, we now need to realize that we need to get to a middle ground. That's when the compromise starts coming in. We're on the same team. It's not about me proving myself that I'm right. If you want to leave...
It's also the level of support. I think, with compromising comes a level of support and give or take, because we'll use the example of a cruise ship, for example, like wanting to work on the cruise ship. Are you there to support me on that? To say, okay, look, it's not going to be easy. It is a tough compromise, but it's something I want to do.
There's a lot of things to consider. We're not speaking all day. Probably speak to you once in a while.
Those are the things
if that boat has Wi-Fi.
So I then think then the next conversation is what needs to be in those conversations in discussing.
That's on the couple. That's on the situation that you are dealing with at that moment.
Okay, so
but so if
I was like, okay, I got something away, right? What is the compromise on your end? To say, okay, you'll accept this. Time. Make time. How? Video call, phone calls, checking in.
The compromise is the fact that I'm going to lose time with my partner first and foremost.
Physical time.
My kids are losing time. That's why I'm saying, is money worth it? For me, guys, listen, I'm not judging anyone who's done it before.
Yeah.
I'm just in a place where I'm like, it's not. It's cricket matches, bro.
So it's
6 months.
It's what matters to the next person, basically.
Yes.
What matters to you?
What are you guys building at the end of the day? Yeah. I think we are in a position. Look, I'm going to sound very judgmental, but we are in a position of seek thee first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. Then all these things shall be added.
Matthew 6:33.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, but anyway, the beginning of that scripture does say, "You can't serve two masters. Can't serve both money and God." And I think it then goes back to, where's your trust? At the end of the day, are you trusting in the monetary things in terms of what this job could do or what this opportunity can do? Or are you trusting what God can provide? And it actually does kind of take you back to
where your faith is at.
No, besides that, he who finds a wife, Proverbs, is it 18:22 or 22:18? One of that. But he who finds a wife finds a good thing and attains favor with the Lord. Have you noticed, there is, I don't care what anyone says, married men have favor. Like, there's no, like, we can sometimes sit down and, you go on social media, you see people going, yeah, Smang Mang went for this married man, or married man where we can be stoked at times. There's a lot of cheating that comes along.
But they have favor.
But the thing is, there's that favor that covers it, and it then becomes a them thing as to how they handle themselves in terms of temptations around. But there's favor. Like I kind of sit down and I go, there've been times I can be like low, financially, but just because he's like, no, my boy, just Nazi, something comes together, and it's just a favor and
We're
the
gonna say
grace.
then I can just whip up something.
No, there's always an opportunity. Like there's always something, but the favor that a married man carries is insane. And I think that's testament to what God's promise, Because the moment you say, hey, it's over as a married man, you start to see the favor and grace go down. Yeah.
Decline. No, I've seen that too many times. Yeah.
Again, to not lose track, I think it does really become that. Like, yeah, man. Like,
I think for me,
what do you really
want to
treasure and value?
Yeah.
You can chase money all day and everything, but what are you missing out on? What are those opportunities? I was privileged enough to have support from my parents. Like when I did sports and stuff like that. It was nice. Shout out mom, shout out pops,
shout out mom.
They came, and not just my mom and dad, but uncles would come. I remember my 1 under 12 final. One of my uncles came with he came with all his friends, squad deep, and I remember playing that final, we were in the car, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna score the winning goal, and which I did, and just having that support, it was like very nice, and I think as a 12-year-old at that stage, having that kind of support was more meaningful to me than anything else. Like it's one of those memories that stick with me. You know what I mean? And I think we need to start looking at those kind of things, like what really matters. Yeah,
just did a TikTok.
No, man. Like, I mean, I remember even my old man. Shortly after my sister was born in 2011, he got offered chief physio for the Olympics for 2012. And he turned that down to be like, nah, I want to be more present.
But that was a great decision. Decision.
Yes.
Data is God, guys.
English battles over.
That was a great decision for him at that time, for the family.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
coming from? Obviously, with the experience that he had.
Didn't take away from him being a great, physiotherapist.
It didn't take away from him, and it didn't take away from the provision as well. I think that for him, it was like, okay, cool. What's more important? And at that time, he obviously valued time and spending and being there and being present. Especially considering my sister was very young at that time. Yeah. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, it really comes to what do you value, which I think is something you really need to establish very early on in your marriage or relationship.
Listen, brother, I don't want to tell people how to do their marriage.
No, I just say establish.
I would just like to remind us as couples that we're on the same team.
Yeah, just align.
We're all trying to achieve what? The same goal. No, I'm not going to judge people for
as a couple.
Yes. I'm not going to judge people for wanting to drive a Ferrari before they. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
No, that's fine.
Sorry, not to use Ferrari. Maybe it's a Mustang, my favorite car. Maybe it's a Bugatti. Do you get where I'm coming from? I'm not going to judge them on the decision they make.
Yeah, so
I'm not here to tell people what to value.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's all about their alignment.
Correct.
It could be a different case where we say, nah, bro, we're gonna go make the bread. If you must be in Dubai, go to Dubai and do the thing.
But if it works for your family,
and if it works, but that's what I'm saying. It's about alignment. For us in this case, it's you see the I want the support. I want to be there. I want to be part of each milestone in growth. And I think that then is the biggest conversation to have is what's important to you guys as a couple and just aligning on that. And yeah. Actually,
In a nutshell.
I had another scripture that I prepared, but I think this one,
Jesus led.
yeah, it was.
Let the show.
It
I'm
was.
tired. Can you wrap it up?
Oh, you tired? Okay, cool. Yeah, wrap it up. Yeah, I gotta go to wrap it up.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, now you have image.
I'm saying goodbye. Guys, people must arrive in the house and leave the house, guys.
It's been crazy week. We had a wedding yesterday. It was quite a nice wedding. Wasn't it?
Shout out.
Okay, shout out Natalie and Andrew.
The laws are doing the things.
Yeah, it was well, the only again spot. It was quite interesting though.
Bye, guys.
It was very interesting.
Bye, guys. Please remember to subscribe.
Why people do things differently?
Please remember to subscribe. He's starting another topic now. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, follow us on Instagram as well. And yeah, thank you. Bye.
Peace out.